Kahar. I'm a library assistant at the Monterey County Free Libraries, and today I will be giving my personal thoughts and reviewing the book Atlas 6, written by Olivia Blake. This is the book right here. So the Atlas 6 follows the journey of 6 young magicians, the most powerful magicians of their century, as they try to be inducted into a secret top-notch society known as the Alexandrian Society. And I think Olivia Blake really does a good job of bringing some aspects of different books that we are very familiar with and might have loved and read in the past, such as Hunger Games and Harry Potter, and really intertwines it with a dark academic twist to it, which was something that I was super excited to read and was very hyped to read. I would say that if you are wanting to get into the genre of dark academia, this would be a really good book to start off with, just because Blake does delve into some of the elements that other dark academia really delves into, such as knowledge, power, sex, because there is some smut in here as well. And Olivia Blake really does cover the most generic of those while not really delving into them too much, which was something that I really didn't find enlightening, just because I was really hoping she would delve deeper into those topics. I think one of the shortcomings of the book is that Olivia Blake does make verbose and grandiose realizations about some of those topics without ever really developing it further, either through the characters or with the plot. And so I was constantly left with, why was this in here? And perhaps, wanting later on in the book for it to be explained, and constantly finding myself slightly disappointed by that. I think the best way to maybe perhaps describe this book is that it's a whole setup for the second book. And which, because of that, I most inevitably will read the second book just because I really want to know what happens. And in that regard, Olivia Blake does a great job. She definitely hooks you by wanting to know what happens, how do these characters develop? Is it a good development? Is it a bad development? Some of the characters you kind of switch back and forth with, you like, then you don't like. And I think that's a really good way to hook your audience. But it does kind of leave you a little wanting in some aspects, just because at the end I was like, oh, that's it. So I think she really set it up hopefully for the second book, so that it kind of delivers a little bit more of the juice and the plot and the characters that I would want to see. So I think those, with that being my final thoughts, I would say I would have given this book maybe a 3.8 stars, just because there were a lot of aspects that she had going for her. A lot of those revelations were really nice. My favorite being about knowledge. Knowledge is carnage. The problem with knowledge is it's an inexhaustible craving. The more of it you have, the less of it you feel you know. And I definitely felt that reverberating with my life, and I think a lot of her other sayings that she has in there do that, but they are never really fully explored. So I hope she does that in her second book, and that's kind of why I would give it a 3.8. Just because it did kind of set it up, but it didn't quite deliver to its full extent that I thought it could have. So if you guys have any recommendations for future books to review, or if you just have comments about the book itself, if you have read it, leave it in our comments, and have a great day. Thank you.